What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Plus Minus Podcast. We are here for episode 6. I'm Clock. I'm here with Nick, per usual. Hey, we're 5 deep. 5 deep for the Plus Minus Podcast. We just want to talk about that for a minute. 5 deep.
Yes, sir.
Very thankful, very, very appreciative of everyone that supported us over the past couple months, all the way from the very first episode with ISO, all the way up to the most recent one with Romeo Travis. We started in a studio with our boy Bognan, did the first couple there, and then we started traveling, made our way back to Cleveland. We just got back after a 3-week out-of-town span. Nick, talk about it, man. I know you're happy.
Yeah, man. Big Rome, man. Shout out to you, Big Rome. It's all about relationships, man. And it's not about that. It's all about keeping them relationships and how you maintain it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I take pride in, how I deal with people and what I do with them to keep the, relationships going. So I'm not surprised, but I really appreciate Rome, man. I appreciate every guest that we had. We got a special guest today.
Very special guest here today. Like I said with Nick at the very beginning, P-League, it was like a backbone to everything that he had an idea for. And he got connected with so many people, and he was connected with these people for a long period of time. And it just kind of extended like, hey, let's go sit down and have a conversation. Yeah. And then it's
about being genuine, man. And at the end of the day, like, I'm cool as hell with these people, and like really, like, I respect the hell out of them. So I'm gonna give them their flowers, their respect every single time. And
for sure,
if they rock with me,
100%.
They rock with me. If they don't, they don't.
100%. And again, we are sponsored by Riot Mentality. The new pre-workout is out now. It's called Overdose. In stores in Menor, Ohio. Nick was thinking about taking some today. He has them on deck if you want to buy them.
Yes, sir.
So
in my
if you're
trunk.
At the P-League, in the trunk.
Trapping out the bando with the pre-workout.
For sure.
I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely will.
Yep. Get that going.
But 350 milligrams of caffeine, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Hey, I take it when I hoop sometimes.
And, you're crazy for that, dude.
Hey, I like 21 a game, whatever the case may be. A couple threes, whatever. But
the secret sauce, Mario.
Right back to it, man. Anyone that wants to work with us, we're open to it. Reach out to us. We're open to anything. But shout to him and everything. Again, Nick, Clock. We're here for episode 6. We're in a different setting again. We're in a studio. It's a different kind of studio. And we have a very special guest here, Maclin.
Yes, sir, man. Let's
Welcome.
go. Appreciate you coming
Hello.
on.
What's up, world?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is our second podcast together.
Yes, it is.
Of 2023.
Yeah, when was the last one? St. Patrick's Day?
It was this year.
Oh,
St. Patrick's Day.
Because I was wearing a green shirt.
Green sweater.
Okay,
Yep.
Big link up, for sure.
For sure. But Maclin, thanks for having us here. This is Maclin's studio, as you can see behind him. If you're hip to Maclin, this painting was done at MGK Day.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to talk about that momentarily. We have a shit ton of shit to talk about, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But Maclin, introduce yourself to everyone.
Okay. Hey, I'm Maclin. I think you at least know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an artist. I'm in Cleveland. I write. I paint. I made music in the past. Still kind of do a little bit here and there. Got some photo work coming up. And I'm trying to make creativity more popular.
For sure.
Maclin, to me, one of the most creative people that I know. I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
One of the most creative thinkers, people, minds, whatever it is that you're describing. As you can see, he's wearing his brand Mind.
Cop some stuff for sure.
He has a book out. I
feel like you're selling me on QVC right now.
Whatever.
As you can see, he's wearing.
Like I'm trying to describe you.
You need him with you, man.
Deeply. Hey, whatever. But yeah, I'm happy to have you on. Nick's very interested in hearing what you got to say about a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
So
multi-talented dude. I came in here a couple days ago to meet him, man, and from the go, I wasn't even nervous to meet you. I was straight great vibes from the go, and from the conversations we had, man, you're like a very smart dude, and like I said, multi-talented dude. There's a lot of talented people, but dude, you're talented in a lot of things. And you can rap. I know you don't want to rap, but that blew me away, man. Like, a lot of people rap for me. I don't know why. They're like, Nick, I'm trying to rap for you, especially at the P-League. And, they rap. And it's cool, but it didn't leave a dent. When you rap, that shit left a dent in my head.
Good.
So.
That's good. I mean, you probably heard it pretty clearly because it was just me, no beat.
Right.
Know.
Which was it? But this is the thing, though, man. It was the lyrics, man. It was the lyrics and what you were saying and the flow of it.
Yeah.
That's everything. So, you can rap. And you can rhyme, but where's the flow at, right? And the flow is very important to me in rap, and that's what stuck with me. Flow was dope.
Spent a lot of time on it. I mean, I've made like
It's pretty long.
8 albums for myself. I'd put them out, but you know, I don't.
8 albums?
Yeah, like a full storyline, full everything.
And you never put
Um,
them out?
I put them out. I mean, I
Oh, you
shared them
did
with the
put 'em out.
world, but in recent years, I've taken them down just because I
Right.
feel like I need to refine the craft, make it a little bit better. I love a lot of stuff I made, but you know, I always look back at it. I'm like, I could have done this better. I could have done this better. I'm pretty critical of myself for that kind of stuff.
Where
and
do you have like a favorite like rap song or song in general that you did
That
that
I
still
made?
stuck with you and you still listen to?
Ooh,
Excuse me.
that's so hard. I would say there's some stuff on an album called Limbo that I made, and it's out there. I mean, people have downloaded it. I had like really creative ways for people to go listen to it. I never put it on streaming services or anything because I didn't. I steal a lot of not steal. Take a lot of samples, just chop them up, make them my
sure,
thing. So I'm
for
not
sure.
getting any like clearances on any of this music. So I just kind of make it for fun.
For sure.
But
And you're doing the beats and you're doing everything?
make the beats,
Yeah,
record it,
that's tough.
mix, master,
Wow.
all
My
that.
dude Bort does that. He mixes his shit, he writes his shit, and he raps.
That's
it,
not always a
yeah.
good thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
thought
feel
that
it.
was like a cool flex, but then I look back or listen back, I'm like, damn, this sounds like shit. This sounds so bad.
Did you have good like mics and
I mean, everything you're looking at right now, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it looks pretty good.
You ever
So-
want to like get back into
Yeah, for sure.
recording and release something?
I will. It'll just be more refined. You know, I'm a poet, I think, mostly these days. So that definitely goes along the lines of writing music. I just got
Yeah,
to
it
figure
does.
out how to turn that into something that I agree with more. I mean, I was making a lot of hip hop stuff and working with hip hop artists because it's so accessible. And I mean, making a hip hop beat is a little bit easier than like orchestral strings, at least from my perspective.
Right.
But yeah, you know, I just want to add live elements and make it more about making music as opposed to like locking myself away and sitting in front of my laptop.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Just like more of like not a public view of it instead of
No, like more like a band. I mean, working with real humans is more
Yeah.
fun than like programming drums, at least to me. Even
Yeah.
if someone else is programming the drums, at least I'm like working with someone to bring something to life.
Okay, that makes sense.
The like best, the synthesis of what the best that person has ever heard
Mhm.
and the best that they can put down at that time. I'd rather have that than like my best, which is kind of like not a half-ass attempt. I mean, I make some cool shit sometimes. I think everyone, like if you pursue something long enough, you're going to make something cool.
something
Yeah,
at least
eventually.
once.
Yeah. 600 tries at making a beat, like you're going to do something.
I tried to make beats once. It's fucking difficult.
Yeah, it is. Dude, talking about the poems, man. First grade, I remember this vividly. I was in music class, and my teacher was like, "Yeah, I was talking about rap," and she's like, "Rap is the same thing as poetry," and I was like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "It's not the same. It is not the same." And I go back to my brother, and he's like, "Dude, yeah, it's basically poetry." I'm like, "Damn," I made myself look like a fool in first grade, but I was like so stuck on it. I'm like, no, I was listening to rap like my whole life, dude. That's all I listened
Oh,
to,
yeah,
like
yeah.
50 Cent and all that. I was like, that's not poetry. Poetry is whack. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, shit.
That's what Eminem said.
That's a cool little story.
Eminem's not a poetry guy?
He is, yeah.
Oh, he is a poetry guy.
He said it in a rap song, didn't he?
I don't know.
Pretty
I
sure
don't, I don't
he
listen to much
Yeah,
Eminem.
no.
I'm pretty sure he did.
People go crazy over Eminem. It's
Did
like,
you guys
what?
see this New York Jets rookie?
Yeah, I seen that.
So on
Yeah.
Hard Knocks every year they have a rookie that does like stand up or like something like in front of the whole team and
Yeah.
the coaching staff. So this dude got up, put on like the hood like Eminem
Yeah,
and
that's
like
right.
rapped the whole Eminem song in front of the
It
whole
was
team.
That's
the
awesome.
it was the rap battle in the movie.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
the
yeah,
rap battle
yeah.
in
From
the
8
movie.
Mile?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty legendary. That's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
oh yeah.
does that kind of stuff still happen? Like, are there rap battles going on and people are like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's huge on Instagram. The rap battles,
Really?
bro. Yeah, I mean, I watched the Indian rap battle. I texted my friend, Sumi. I'm like, yo,
cool.
what are they saying?
Dead
Yeah,
ass?
dead ass. And he was like, yeah, he was saying the B word. It's so disrespectful if you said the B word in India. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
What?
Bro, that's crazy.
were they rapping in English?
Indian. So it was, I'm not even going to try to.
That's
Yeah,
kinda insane.
please don't.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
it
I know
was crazy.
you know Jay Work, right? He did some rap battle thing out of the state once.
Really?
Like this past year. Yeah, he went with his buddy or something.
Oh.
It was like for money and stuff. Kind of like that. I don't know. It's probably not as intense as it was back in the day.
I just couldn't imagine. I mean, like, are there underground clubs where people are like getting together to do like it's a poetry slam kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that show? They used to do like acapella versions of rap songs. Just like the video of Kanye doing.
It was like a recent show, right? It was
No,
like,
it was old. Is it 106 in Park? Does anyone know this? Can anyone?
It could be one of.
Was that it?
I think
I'm
so.
pretty sure it was
I don't
106 in
know.
Park.
That
All
was
right.
throwback though.
Yeah.
Oh, owner Ball's life just gone.
But yeah, I mean, I don't see it anywhere, and I'm sure it's happening, but like, I'm not tapped into that.
No, yeah.
Kind of out of it.
Can you rap battle?
I'm sure I could,
Yeah.
but like, I don't have any energy for that right now.
Are you a
Yeah,
big
I don't
freestyler?
do
Or no?
Not so much anymore. I mean, that was like how I wrote most of my songs back in the day, or just get like snippets of things, and then you kind of like you find something that's so perfect, and then you have to put it in, and then from that little snippet, you just like write the whole song. So
Yeah.
it helps. It's good, you know.
Hell yeah.
If you're sitting there making a beat, you're gonna freestyle.
For
You're
sure.
gonna, like some word is gonna come to your mind.
Mm-hmm. You just you just kind of flow with it.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's very difficult. Shout out to all the artists out there. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I
The
can't
grind.
rap. That first episode I tried to rap, we cut that out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Practice.
we cut
practice.
it.
I want to talk about MGK Day before I
Sure.
do that. I hit for $500 today, courtesy of my
Go.
Discord. So I'm giving Maclin 2 tickets.
Oh, they're
No,
tickets.
No, they're 2 stickers. You bet what now? Put them anywhere you want. You know, on your.
So what do I do with this?
Put them anywhere you want.
So there's
This is no monetary value.
I'm giving you.
This should be like one free bet.
So it was
Can
in
you
my
write
pocket.
on here one free bet that you cash
Yeah,
for me?
it could be. It could.
What
be.
we talked about this last time? Like, what's the littlest amount you could bet someone on? It's like $20. This should be like 10 and 10.
Okay, so 10 and 10.
Cool.
I'll give you the lock right now.
Hey,
I'm
give him a
rich.
lock.
Put it in.
Yeah.
But I'm giving you my luck. It was in my pocket. I saw dink dink cash, boom, and I'm giving it to you.
I haven't bet in so long, bro.
$10. All right, sign those.
4 months probably.
Come on, Mr. Betjack.
I'm gonna start betting a lot again, but I had to take a little break. I took some else.
Football season's coming, and I'm excited about it.
Look
I
at
was
that,
telling
making
Alden.
money every day.
Hey, signed it, and you signed it.
Sign it, deliver.
Cool. I'm not a betting man, but I will use these.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna cash app him 10? I mean 20?
I'm gonna
No,
send him the
he's,
lock.
He's gonna play a bet for me worth. I have 2 opportunities, right? I have 2 bets basically. One $10 bet, one $10 bet. But I might, if it's good enough, make it 20. And whatever you win, if it's good, I get the cash.
And you get
You
to
get it?
yeah,
No
yeah.
com-
I'll give you a commission.
His $20 back.
Of course. You get your 20
No,
back.
I get
Give
the
him
20 back
some-
for sure. but
Depends
what-
on how much it
What are we
is.
talking? 3%, 4%?
No, I like 7.
7?
7's pretty
Okay.
solid.
7%.
Yeah, that's a good
cool.
number.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Cool.
For the content.
Yeah.
Damn, I got a hair in my Lobos.
Damn,
You
you
want
got
some new
more.
ones?
I didn't get more.
No, I think it's a knuckle hair. It's okay. I'm just gonna drink it for good luck.
There you go.
Oh hell yeah.
Uh,
So
shout out to the Lobos.
Maclin, I just want to start off. So your camera, it's focused on you with this painting in the background. Now, a lot of people saw it on Instagram, but for people that are not hip or aware of it, first describe the painting, and I just want to go into MGK Day and how and why you did it there.
Sure. Let me do this how I do it on my Instagram. Behind me is
Yes.
a painting I made called Weeple MGK Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 foot by 6 foot, so it's 4 feet tall, 6 feet long, and there are a bunch of small black figures that have been painted with my finger, and they resemble humans. They're just like a little kind of triangle shape with a little dot for their head, but they all look unique, and none of them are the same. And in the bottom right corner, or like middle right corner, I guess, there's a circle opening, and in that opening, there's a pink guy, not to be confused with Pink Guy, Filthy Frank. Do you remember him?
No, I don't.
No, I'm not hip.
Joji, what's his? Yeah, he's a YouTuber. I mean, you know his stuff. You know Joji, like
Yeah.
okay, he was a YouTuber.
I'm not hip.
And he had some like crazy stuff that he made. But anyway,
So he's a legend, basically.
he's a legend. But
Okay.
no, this pink guy is not him. It's actually supposed to be MGK standing in a crowd of people. But this is a large representation of a small meditation type painting that I make called Weeple. And it's one brush stroke at a time with a little dot to make these people called Weeple, of
Right.
course.
Is there like a reasoning behind Weeple?
I don't know. We people,
people?
We the people?
Kind of, yeah. Not so much like American Constitution, but
Or
you know, just something interesting. But yeah, I mean, it took me the better part of 6 hours to do. I did it live at MGK Day. Awesome event. Like totally last minute. Got the invite. Shout out Jack and Jasmine from Dead Logic. But yeah, they paid for all the supplies. Got to show up with my buddy Max Peralta, who's just like a legend in the painting world. He doesn't even he knows it, but
he painted that LeBron thing, right?
Yeah, he did the LeBron Spring Hill magazine cover.
That was gas, bro.
Insane.
That was so fire.
So he helped you with it, or was he just behind you?
No, he was doing his own thing.
Okay.
But no, this is just me going at it for like 6 hours. It takes forever. I mean, it doesn't seem like it would take that long, but each one of these is individual.
How big is the brush?
It's my finger.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I started with the brush.
Word.
Brush was about, finger width, but no, I just dropped the brush real quick and had to go with my finger because it's so much faster.
Right.
You said, "What's up with the banana one?"
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had a better answer. I mean, my girlfriend left a banana on the the coffee table in front of the couch. I was like, that'd be a funny painting, and I just made a giant.
How long did it take you to paint that?
Honestly, so long because there's so many layers of red paint, and then I fucked up the banana because I drew the line down the middle wrong, and then I went to cover over it. And when I was trying to cover over it, the paint wasn't entirely dry, so it made the yellow part like blackish, kind of looked like a bad banana.
When you fuck up on a painting, like is it done? Like, do you have to throw it away? like how does that work as an artist?
No, I mean, there's always a way to fix it unless you if there's like a terrible, terrible accident and there's no way you could come back for it. I mean, you could maneuver around it, but there's the Bob Ross approach, which is happy accidents all the time. And then there's the if you're painting like a realism painting and you have a person's face and then all of a sudden your cat jumps across the room and spills a thing of black paint across it, like you're going to be pretty upset.
Right.
It can ruin a lot of hard work. Luckily, I'm an abstract artist, so I don't have to worry about that too much. A lot of the stuff I do can be maneuvered around pretty easily. But with something like this, which is just a giant banana on a 4 foot by 5 foot canvas, I don't know. It has to be yellow, and the background has to be red. So if I get yellow on the red, you're going to see it, and you're going to be pissed off
for sure
because it won't have that completeness of image. And
what was was that just out of the moment picture,
which
idea, the MGK one? How'd you ended up?
I've done a few of them before. If you can see behind you over there, they're on the ground underneath the easel.
Okay, right there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've done plenty of them. It all just started with a single brush stroke as I was cleaning a brush and then made dots on top of it. It looked like people. And then I discovered that if I just kept doing that repetitively, I like a meditation like that. I do a lot of repetitive brushstroke paintings because it feels good to me, clears my mind for about an hour, and I can finish it or I can keep going depending on the size of the piece.
Yeah. 'Cause you have multiple Weeple type art pieces online, right? On your website? Yeah, I've seen those.
So yeah, there's just a lot of different things I could do with it. And this one was actually suggested to me by my friend Jack Schiffman. She came up with the idea that the guy in the middle was pink, and I was going to do something totally different. Yeah. And she said that. I was like, oh yeah, it's no brainer.
For sure.
Yeah.
It'll take me the whole time, but I mean, it was perfect.
His concerts are bangers, bro.
Yeah, they're
bangers.
So amazing. He's such a ridiculous performer, climbing up on stuff and
every time at Forward too.
Yeah, I remember in high school, MGK, man, he was just straight rapper, and I was a fan, man, and I remember everyone was like, "Yo, he's gonna blow up, and to see his career just go up and up and up, I don't know what's up with the fishnet outfit that he wears and all that stuff. That's him.
He's a rock star, bro.
It's just crazy how many rappers go up, and then they change, their path. I know a lot of rappers that go rock star, they go pop star. You know what I mean? They do that. And obviously, it's what sells, right? It's what sells.
Yeah. It's kind of all the same thing, though, right? Like loud and abrasive, mostly for rock stars, rappers. Not all of them have to be overkill on the "let me piss you off" or shake up the world.
And
but
music
you got to
is
make
music.
you got to make a name for yourself. You got to put on a show, no matter what.
Yeah.
So what did he? When you walked up to him at MGK Day, holding it, you have a nice picture of him looking at it with you on your shoulders.
Yeah.
One that was heavy, right?
Super heavy.
Super
shoulder
heavy.
workout.
And what did he say to you?
I mean, So I picked this painting up off the easel and walked it around the entire venue, which is Mall B downtown, a giant grass strip.
Big ass grass.
Yeah, looking at the Brown Stadium. Just walking through the crowd, everyone's looking at it, taking pictures. Awesome. But you know, I know Kels. I met him plenty of times, and he actually lives in the house I used to live in. So
and he has a painting that
he has a painting of
painting in the
mine.
house, yeah.
So I walked up. He saw it. He was like, "Oh, that's so sick!" And then he looked at me and he recognized me. So got to talk to him a little bit. Nothing significant, but I told him I'd trade him this painting for the one that's held hostage in his house right now. I don't even know if he still has it. Honestly,
Right.
it could be there. It might have just found its way to the garbage or something. But
What'd you say? You said yeah?
he was like, "Yeah." No, he said he wanted it, and his organization is going to buy it. I'm not sure if it's going to him or if it's going to 27 Club or something around here.
What's
but
the price behind that?
this one, we put it up for auction, so the price I would say is less. I don't think a lot of people were there to buy art that day.
Right.
This one sold for $2,000,
$2,000.
so it's a little bit less than I was expecting. But I'm totally happy for it because we're going to donate 50% of it to their Cleveland schools. It's the Cleveland Food Bank and then another Cleveland Schools charity.
Love that.
Like Ronald McDonald House or something like that.
Charity's my thing, bro. I love charity. We talked about that. That's dope that you're doing that, bro.
I'm pumped.
I
I mean,
that.
bro, I don't get to donate $1,000 to a charity every day, so
Yeah,
it's a big deal for me. I mean, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
That's tough.
But yeah,
It's good shit. It's good stuff. What creative world can get you to?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
What being a multi-talented dude, as we say that about yourself, what was your like first craft that you were good at?
Ooh, that was good at. That's interesting. Probably video editing.
Video editing?
Yeah, I put a lot of time into video editing from like 12 years old to 19. I used to do like Halo 3 montages and stuff.
Tough.
So Call of Duty, sometimes Gears of War, you know, that kind of thing. But I had all the gear, all the equipment to like record it.
Are you sick about how streaming is nowadays than it was when we were? You know what I mean? When first Halo came out and all that stuff, and you know, while you're doing that, like, dude, like, we kind of missed it, man. Like, you know, Kai got paid millions of dollars, Speed got paid millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's still happening though. It's still happening.
For sure.
It's just you got to hit it.
It happened then. I mean, I think about like Ninja. You guys know Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm sure.
man,
Bro, he
that
was
was
like
the
a
first guy that I seen for sure.
Yeah, he was killing it then. But I mean, even having all the gear, I was like 14 years old. I didn't feel like I was prepared to stream. I didn't think that was for me. But
still crazy to me though. You can make that much money just sitting right here and just talking
reacting.
to that TV and seeing the comments and just interacting with that, like, and then getting paid.
It's insane. It's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, but people don't see like that takes a lot out of you. Sit in front of these lights and the camera for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I don't like to sit in the same spot for more than 45 minutes at a time.
Right.
So like these guys are on there reacting to chat and it's exhausting and you got to deal with a whole bunch of invisible people that are hurling insults or praise or whatever it might be.
But if you're a strong-minded dude, it's easy. I think.
I mean, I'm pretty strong-minded, but it's just it's taxing on your ability to like interact with humans. I value like human interaction above robotic digital interaction.
For sure.
So I've done a lot of streaming. It's good experience, and I know how to do some crazy stuff with my live switcher and you know the overhead camera, which we don't have going.
That's a lot of technology right there.
Yeah. So I mean, I love it, and it's a great way for me to show my art production process without having to like edit anything. So that's super valuable.
You're ahead of the game with that, though.
I think so.
You being like an artist and you knowing what content to make and how to make it, bro. You're ahead of the game, dude.
I think so. I just got to do more of it, and honestly, I need higher ceilings and some crazier camera gear. I have like, I feel pretty good here. I'm writing a lot of stuff, and I do it on these notepads. So that's been good to like capture that and then transmit that.
Yeah.
To
there's
the world.
levels, right? I mean, sure, you'll get there.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I like paint giant paintings, and it takes me a long time, and I'm not talking, so it's kind of boring. Like, what's the most boring thing in the world? Watching paint dry. They literally use that as the like
as a term. Yeah.
So it's like, how can you make watching paint dry interesting? And I'm not necessarily here for like entertaining people while I'm working on my stuff. There's a thing right there. I think that giant tablet right there with the writing on it. Can you grab that? Yeah. Cool. Sorry if stuff falls. You want to just hold that up?
Let's see what's it say. Hold it backwards.
Yeah, drop the other one. That's some other stuff. But
Cool stuff.
yes, I wasn't put on Earth to appease the algorithm. I am biological and think with my heart.
That's hard. And it's
Uh,
written backwards. You've been
yeah.
doing that a lot
Can you show
recently,
that to
right?
the camera?
I am.
Yeah, show
right?
that to the camera. Yeah, see if we can get that.
Am I in it?
Yeah. Stay there for like 3 seconds so we can get see
Yo,
if they
take a
can
pic
read
of me
that.
too over there, right? So what? So you described that to us last week about
Yeah.
writing backwards. So
yeah,
describe to the audience.
I'll have more to say about it at a later time, but not right now.
No, you don't want to discuss it.
Can't do it.
Okay.
No.
Said he can't do it.
I
mean,
can.
yeah.
I have a wonderful reason why I write like that, but I'm just not prepared to share
Is
today.
this another one?
It's the same thing.
Oh.
That one's just written better.
Bro, if you show that to someone on the street, he'll be like, dude, that's not English. Doesn't look
Oh
good.
wait, there's more. I forgot. Yeah, I wasn't put on Earth to appease an algorithm. I am biological and think with my heart to feed my natural senses. That's better.
That's real
That's more
shit.
complete.
That's for everybody out there.
That's tough.
Not to appease an algorithm, right?
Yeah, I'm not interested in it.
Thank you.
I mean, they talk about like algorithms, biorhythms, like your circadian rhythm is your sleep pattern. That's biological rhythm that people get out of whack. I'm more interested in like fueling those things and living a healthy, natural life than trying to dance around on TikTok. And that's the most extreme example, but like it's all dancing monkeys for some audience of invisible people who clap silently. It's like super strange. It gives you no actual
And that's kind
feedback.
of how you led into writing your book as well. That's kind of how you wrote the book. It was like different ways of viewing things, different realities, different perceptions.
Yeah, you want this?
Yeah.
But yeah, reading the book. It's called Providence. It's on Amazon.
Yeah,
You can go get that.
Link in the bio, man. Link in the bio, and let's actually get like a little link here.
Link
Not
in
letting
the
it
bio.
pop up.
Just go to Amazon, search Providence by Maclin. But so that was my first book to give some context to that. And I say first because I'll obviously write a bunch more, working on the second and the third, and then who knows what's next. But
what's the process behind writing a book like that?
write a whole bunch of stuff, look through it and see if it's good or bad. And, you know, good or bad is subjective. Like I said before, I'm like my own harshest critic. So I'm going to have pretty intense feedback for myself.
Is there like, is there things where you have to follow to get it published? Is there like guidelines and rules?
Yeah, I mean, you got to buy a couple things. And I just use Amazon. So it's Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Like if you want to put a book out tomorrow and you have a manuscript, you can do it. It's absolutely insane. I like the day that I published it and had it published.
Every time.
Mix it, bro.
No, sorry.
The day that I had it published, that's that Prime Plus. If you do that, that's what it's called.
It's definitely Prime Plus.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
But yeah, I had the book uploaded, published, accepted, and whatever, and someone had it in their hands 2 days later. It's just like
That's sick.
it's literally magic. I can't believe it exists.
That's dope.
Yeah, I wrote a ton. I collected it all. I looked through it all, wrote it all down, or typed it all up, excuse me, and just had friends look at it after I put it in order. And it was a poetry book, so it's a little bit different
that was
than
my
like
next question. I'm like, can you explain it? Like, what kind of book it is? Because it's not the typical book.
Yeah, I call it poetry and thought starters. Kind of just my perspective on the world, elements of it, and then like greater ideas towards infinity. Like literally the concept of infinity, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I call it poetry and thought starters because a lot of them are just questions or interesting ways to think about certain things, or my perspective that when I have told people about it in the past, they say, "Oh, that's unique. I haven't thought about it that way before."
Oh yeah,
So I thought those were worth sharing.
There's a lot of those in there.
You've always wanted to write a book?
Or
that was just like a random thing that just popped up in your life? How
I don't know.
every
I
random
mean,
thing does?
I'm glad we
right.
talked about like the rapping and stuff because going back to high school, I was always writing and trying to just figure out cool ways to say what was on my mind. So I wrote a bunch then. I think in college I journaled a ton, filled up notebooks and notebooks and notebooks. And then after I graduated, I just found myself continuing to make music. I had collections of writings. I had collections of things that could have been raps, but they were beautiful. So then they kind of lived as poems. And then, I just wrote all the time. And it's something I continue to do to this day. So when I first started thinking about a book, it was like after so many years of just writing stuff that figured I might be able to collect enough things that it would make sense for a book.
That's pretty cool.
What was your like lesson from it after you wrote it and you put it out? Like, what's the lesson from it that you can improve on your next book?
Sometimes the things that you want to make can take a long time. That took me 5 years of collecting, like writing, because it was scattered and not focused necessarily. They all kind of form a cohesive whole. But yeah, I mean, 5 years of a thing, and then all of a sudden one day I woke up and was like, oh, I got it. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done writing. It's time to collect these things and put them into a book.
So that's your advice to the people that want to write a book is, if you want to write it, it could take time. Don't rush.
I think like anything in this world, if you really want it to be good, and I think it's good, but I haven't read it. So I've read it so many times, but I haven't read it back because I don't want to. But there's good stuff in there. I know for a fact there's good stuff in there, and it's
I
good.
can vouch for it for sure.
But it's for the book lovers, right? It's not for the people that just never read books and they can just pick it up. Like, you think it's more of the people that understand how to read a book and.
I would say anyone with a creative mind should read it.
That's nice. That's a good compliment. Thanks.
I think they should.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say anyone could read it and find something in there that would apply to their lives. It might not be the first thing they find, but no, my message about like anything creative would be that I didn't rush it. I could have put out a book 2 years prior, but I didn't feel the time was right, and I trusted my gut on that. And then after 5 years, I think it was like my 27th birthday, I decided that I was done writing and that it was time to close that chapter and like move on in my life into the next thing, which would be publishing this, letting it go into the world, and then moving on to whatever is next to be written.
And then what is your on the book? Like, what was your goal for the book? Like what is your satisfaction on like somebody reading it? Like, is it like a life lesson? Is it or is it just like I just wanted to put it out? And if you think it's dope, it's
my
dope.
goal was have like one printed book, one completed thing. Of course, with that, I knew it was going to sell because I have a number of people that follow me and are interested in my work.
Right.
So, I don't know, just, my day-to-day conversations, I know that some of the things or my perspectives that I have and share are different than most because I spend a lot of time in contemplation.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that. Like, I've learned already a couple things from you. Yeah, we've been here for like what 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I spend a lot of time in contemplation. My brand is mind, and I do label myself as a thinker. So I know that is a unique label, but it's something I actively work towards and spend time on, which is wandering and just thinking or pondering or finding some sort of word and definition and trying to define it for myself and exploring all of the different angles that word or object or idea might appear in our world.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't have time for that kind of stuff.
Right.
I've been blessed with the gift of time to do these things, and I feel it's like my duty to find the best way to explain myself and how I see these things.
And that
from
can
so many
help
perspectives.
other people too.
Yeah.
Like you said, people don't have time to think like that, so they sit down and read the book, for example, and it could change so much for them. Has people like reached out to you like, hey, like I read this certain line or I read multiple of these pages and we're like, now I feel different or thinks different about a certain topic or something?
Yeah, I mean, you have been one
Yeah.
outspoken on it. I know you love it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, our boy Vince, he's been a fan of it. His girlfriend Rachel.
I'm glad he read it.
Yeah,
He needs it. No, I love you, Vince.
no, he's a legend. He's a legend.
Yeah, legend for sure.
But yeah, I mean, there's people on Instagram. I don't know them personally, so I can't really speak to their experience. But from what they say, it's like they found a new perspective. And that's what I write when I write my little note in the front. It's just I hope you can find a new perspective or enjoy a new perspective. Not that my view of everything is the truth, but it's just another way of seeing it.
Yeah,
And it might take someone out of the box. It might be one little sentence that can shake them from their repetitive frame of thinking and allow them to explore a new concept or motif or something within their own life in the realm of thought itself.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was a very well
For
said,
sure.
bro.
That's
Because a
what
lot
the
of people
world
don't
needs.
know. Yeah, bro.
That's what the world needs.
A lot of people are scared to have a different perspective. You know, they think like, you know, it's the ones that like always think they're right and their perspective is, you know, it. You know what I mean?
Or they're very
yeah.
comfortable in their own ways or
and
what they're taught.
you gotta have different, you know, perspectives for different things,
Mhm.
man. And if you don't, you're gonna be stuck, I think.
For sure. I always think change is difficult. So when you keep your mind the same, it's kind of, you know, it's not so hard to just keep going down the same road, but flipping the script and just looking at things differently or like I said, changing your mind is difficult. Change requires energy. Sometimes
that's
people
why I
just don't
said
have
every
it.
creative should read the book, because being creative, like you already have, I feel like you have multiple perspectives already in a certain way,
Mhm.
but it's always good to read another person's perspective.
Yeah.
Outside.
Even if you don't agree. I mean,
Yeah, even
I
if you don't
could say
agree,
some
just
shit
to
and you're
get
like,
it flowing a little bit.
I don't agree with that. But even then, that might make
I mean,
you
if you
excited.
don't read it, you
might
don't know if you're
light
going to
you up.
agree, right?
There you go. Read my book.
Read his book.
Providence, Amazon.
Bro, I got some artists, just friends that are artists and drawers, and they are, I would say, emotional. Does a lot of emotion come up when you draw, or is it more as like, hey, I'm gonna free my mind and then I'm gonna draw? Because
Yeah, because we take it upon ourselves to feel deeper than the average
Yeah.
person. I think that's the easiest way to put it. That's what we choose to pursue.
Mhm.
Same way anyone like that goes to the gym regularly, or I'd say excessively almost. Like that's what they choose to pursue. Like, how did your muscles get so big? Oh, because you work out all the time.
Right.
Mhm.
Same way, we develop emotions so we can have more complex compositions and arrangements or color choices.
Does
or
that get in the way
word
sometimes, though?
choices. Of course. I
Yeah,
mean, of the like potentially the business aspect or our desire to actually create. I'm not going to speak for all artists because I know
Right.
there's a lot of people that have a strong business sense and they find the thing that works and then they just
For sure.
keep
I
it
don't know if I
going.
said that the right way. Like,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
I mean,
there's just a lot of emotion behind it, and I can tell like it takes a lot from them and it drains them.
It
Mhm.
can.
Yeah.
It can. It also probably empowers him. And once you look at the finished piece, it's so energizing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you actually someone.
Please.
Your art is great, and I think this is just total different, like artists and stuff. As I go through this, it's crazy. I think he's the best artist in the world, and I'm standing on that, and it's fucking crazy. Hold on one second.
Okay.
His name's Devin Ching.
Yeah, you're talking about him.
Yeah,
He does
yeah.
a lot of color pencil drawings.
Right, and did I show you his work?
You did
No,
not.
I didn't. Okay,
No.
I'm gonna show you it.
I'm interested.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Let's find him on Twitter first.
Cool. But yeah, I see what you're saying with the emotion thing. Same with any human on earth. Like you have a bad day or something pisses you off, you're gonna have a tough time going to work. You're gonna have a tough time.
You got to find a way to battle through and get through it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think the difference is, at work you're kind of typically doing someone else. Not always, but typically is the case that you're doing work for a greater whole. When you're an artist that works specifically on your own pieces, your own drawings, your own music, whatever, it's all so personal and you get down on yourself, it's going to be hard. You get up on yourself and then you might feel like you're too good to do it. So it's like it all just comes back to doing the work, and we know that. But
Yeah, for sure.
there's also a lot of elements of what the work is. If you're just a painter and you paint all day and you have someone run business, that's great. But if you have to do all the things, wear many hats, also can bring a shit ton of
A whole
challenges in.
different side of everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
So here's Devin. Shout out to Devin, man. He does like Kyrie, done LeBron, Nipsey Hussle, Kobe Bryant. But here, just go scroll through it, and like, dude, it's unbelievable, man.
It's
I
amazing.
thought it was a picture, you know what I mean, like a camera picture, but dude,
It's all colored pencils.
Yeah,
You'll
it's
have to put these
all-
on the screen. He's amazing. It's so detailed.
Yeah. So like, what do you think about that? Is that like, is that crazy to you, or do you think you can do that? Or
I can't do that.
can't
No,
do
no
that?
chance. I mean, give me enough time. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do anything. But no, I don't have the same mind as a
What's
person
your
like
opinion
this.
about him? You think he's like
He's
up there?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Shout out to him, man. I would love to connect you guys, man.
Sure. I like
Yeah.
this Travis Kelce one.
Yeah, Travis Kelsey's tough.
But
And, bro,
yeah,
I,
no, for
like I
sure.
said, with him, bro, I think he can be, you know, the best in the world, man. And he just needed opportunity, and it's all about opportunity in my eyes, you know.
It
So
is.
Yeah, keep
once
sharing.
that opportunity strikes, I think he's gonna be good, man. Because that talent is unbelievable, man. I can't even draw a stick figure, figure, man. It's
Me too.
crazy.
Here, do it. Draw a stick
I
figure.
can't. Look, I'll show you. I'm gonna draw that. We're gonna see it. Watch my drawing.
Draw your best stick figure. That gets said too much.
What?
I can't draw a stick figure. Like, yeah, you can. Are you so?
Bro, I'm
You're
not
not even drawing a stick figure.
No. I'm drawing you a picture that I've been drawing my whole life that
Cool.
I thought was super cool until I met Devin.
He's
And
a little
until I met you.
character. He's a little sketch character.
Yeah,
That's
right.
dope.
But like, watch my arms.
Bro, what,
Oh,
what
nice.
is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, his thumbs are on the outside of his hands.
Louis V belt.
Imagine if your hands were backwards and your thumb was over here and you had to like grab with your outside wrist.
P League ones. P League ones.
It's amazing. So you see, you can certainly draw a stick figure. He has dimension. He has
Easy.
shape. He has a body, a head, hair.
There you go, right here. That's my drawing, right here.
That's
Dude
beautiful.
just drew a Sesame Street character.
That's a P League player. It's me. If I had good hair, shout out to my brother. He's got the good hair. I got the Louis V belt. I don't own one, so I thought I'd put a Louis V belt on here. For the first time.
Aspirational.
And yeah, man. See, I'm not creative, and that sucks.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Good
I disagree. Don't say you're not creative. Don't say you can't draw a stick figure and then draw a character that's more evolved than a stick figure. It's just the
Uh-huh.
language you use to describe yourself, and sounds like
I just
hey,
don't think I can get any better. I don't think I can get any better than that, even if you show me.
Well, you're just not willing to put the time in. You're not willing to put the time in to make it better, right?
I will tell you this: I don't think I could do Dev's work.
I mean, you certainly could if you committed your entire life to it. It doesn't have to be your entire life. It could take a year to get to that level.
True.
Just how much like dedication you have. What's your training?
See,
Who's teaching you?
perspective.
Yeah, true.
See?
True. Hey, man.
It's just the
little-
can't thing.
Little
I don't
motivation.
stand
I
for the
appreciate that.
can't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that motivation. You
See?
believe in me, man.
I do.
Not a lot of people believe in me. You just believe in me.
I
That's
believe in
tough.
you, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Wow.
That was sentimental.
Just keeping it a buck.
So
keeping it a
Mac, let's dive back into the work.
Yeah.
What do you have? What are you working on right now? What kind of art projects do you have going on right now and into the future?
Let's see. Right now, I'm just working on some experimental paintings.
Mm.
I'm making another one of these big, colorful pieces. I just think they're so amazing, and I think everyone should have one. Got a little house project coming up. Working with a friend on kind of doing an interior. It's interesting, just some elements in the interior, not the whole thing.
Interior design.
No, just art on the walls,
Oh,
accents, that kind of thing.
nice.
And then I got a photojournalism month and a half coming up. So going out on a
That's hard.
adventure. I'll save that for a later date as well.
Would you ever paint like how they paint on the walls downtown?
The
Not
murals?
graffiti, but like the murals. Yeah. Like, would you ever do one of those?
I absolutely would. I think the struggle that I would have is that I'm not necessarily equipped to create the style of thing that would fit down there. I could make something unique in my own style. Sure. I'd have to figure out what that is. Is it one of these Weeple pieces? Is it another one
So
of
you're
my
saying like you're not gonna
series?
paint like 5 kids playing kickball?
No, it's
Yeah,
not,
like that's not the move, right?
not for me. No, I like weird abstract elements, color overlays,
Right.
and then weird black and white stuff.
I agree, but it would be
but-
cool to have like some of your style like in the
I'd
city.
never say no. I would totally do it.
Yeah.
It depends on if they wanted a certain thing. I might not be able to show up for that, but certainly
Mm-hmm.
I would make. If they gave me a wall and they said, "We want you to paint this. Do whatever you want." Of course, I'm going to take the time
Right,
to figure
right.
out something that is true to me and fits for my style of creation.
Sick.
So
Where do you
Yeah.
see yourself 10 years from now with your painting? Is that something you thought about where your career would be? Is it a career or is it a hobby?
No, certainly career. I
Career?
mean, I think I owe it to myself to explore every facet of my creativity
Right.
and excel to the highest reaches that I can. That's kind of what I'm striving for. But for painting, I mean, I think I just want to keep going large, bigger and bigger, and find the thing. This colorful one over here that can't really see on the camera. I actually found a piece that I made maybe 2 years ago, and I didn't even realize that it was just a miniature version of that. And same repetitive motion type thing, but it was just, 2 years ago I made this thing and I forgot about it because I just put it away to the side. But yeah, 10 years from now, I mean, I hope I continue to expand on my ability to create and define something you haven't seen before, or maybe something that feels familiar but still an expression of my own voice.
Is there like a LeBron of painting? Like who's the LeBron of painting? Like that you look up to?
Oh, that's a fun conversation that I look up to.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go probably Basquiat. I mean, that one's easy. Just so
Explain
much.
who that is.
Jean-Michel Basquiat.
He's like an old timer.
Yeah, 80s New York. Some might consider him street scene, but just a young, energetic man that could translate his, I would almost consider it like a childlike maturity into his artwork from the moment he started. Just could really do it all. But he's defined so much of like what people see now, all the it seems like they're not trying that hard, but they are trying really hard, and it's weird to paint like a child. And I think that was a famous quote from Picasso. We also have like Picasso. He's going to be like an MJ or a
Larry
Bill
Bird. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. I was thinking Bill Withers.
Sunshine.
Sounds
like a weatherman. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
Basquiat
I would have to look him up. I'm not
influential for a lot of people today. I mean, just even in his time.
Okay.
Would you want to be like a legend like him? Do you want to be like, I looked up the Mac on the painting side?
It'd be nice. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I love when people. Yeah, I love when people let me know that I've inspired them in some way. And this happens to everyone. Like you just say something in passing to someone, you can inspire them to change their lives, but not necessarily change their lives, but inspire
you
something.
never know.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about like the scale of impressions and the scale of inspiring people. Doesn't matter if I inspire millions. Doesn't matter if I inspire the next generation. All the Zen and Stoic texts say no, it's not that important. But then like the human that I am, I think it'd be pretty cool if I left a huge mark on the art world.
For sure.
If it gets to that point, yeah.
Yeah, I just like the obvious benefits that come in my lifetime are going to be wealth, success, amazing experiences. So I do strive for that. I think those are nice, but recognition and being memorable, if it does happen, I hope it's for good reasons and that I stayed authentic the whole way.
For sure. Does being a photographer help you be an artist?
Of course.
Yeah. Right.
Slows me down, makes me choose moments.
Just the vision wise and actually like trying to, put something together. I'm sure like you've seen some crazy videos or pictures.
The way he takes photos and shit is different. Is a different way.
That's our next topic is talking about photography.
He's a no scope. No scope camera. Yeah.
Sometimes.
On the Call of Duty no scope?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. When did I say that? Did I say that at Vince's show?
On the other show, yeah.
With
me.
Yeah.
I cut it up. I put a Call of Duty fucking clip on it.
You nailed that. That was great. I forgot to. I think I liked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm bad at the gram, but yeah. Sometimes I just like wild wing a photo, and it just absolutely is perfect because they can't see it coming. It's like from around the corner. Nobody's ready.
It'll just be like this.
And then all of a sudden there's like a flash in your
that's,
face.
That's
what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
But it catches the moment before you react. So I don't know. That's like, can you be faster than lightning? I can.
Do you love taking pictures? Do you love being behind the camera?
I do. That
Because
was
I went on your Instagram. You have a lot of sweet pictures.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. That was my. I would probably consider my first or second because video editing was the one, but photography was always so interesting.
Yeah. Each one kind of led into the other, right?
Yeah, they're all the same. I
Yeah.
mean, photo and video, they're so similar in so many ways. Obviously differences, duh. But yeah, dude, I love photography. I've always loved capturing specifically like nature or natural reoccurring patterns, detailed shots, or amazing moments from amazing experiences.
Talk about when you first got a camera. When was that?
I would have been maybe 12 or 13. It was probably my mom's camera. And that was when I first started doing like videos and making stuff like that.
But there wasn't any like editing back then, right? You couldn't really
Bro,
edit
Windows
too much.
Movie Maker.
You can always
Come
edit.
on, dude.
I was on Movie Maker in
know that.
5th
Come
grade.
on.
What was the
Shit sucked though.
then what's the difference between editing now than it was then?
I mean, I pressed 5 buttons and AI edits my podcast.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like
Yeah.
I used to sit there
Yeah.
and match up the audio with the video and some song manually. I mean, it still happens. Like that's still a thing.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I was 12. Like I thought what I was making was cool.
Yeah, I was just trying to cut up like LeBron clips, make a cool little highlight. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, they were 14, 15 years old, whatever.
You were editing too back then too?
I was on Movie Maker,
Yeah, right.
bullshitting.
Nah, I was never on that.
Yeah.
I was
But-
never on that. No.
I want to talk about the setup here. So it's a very cool setup. You have a bunch of stuff over here off camera,
Yep.
speakers, a whole screen that has got us on here,
Just Mac. It's only
bunch of different angles, and you also record like you started like a mini podcast, right?
Yeah.
You did a couple episodes. You had Vince in here.
I have Vince in here. Who did I have after that?
You had some. I don't know if they
Oh, I
were in
can't
here. Were
remember.
they?
Anyway, yeah, it's all set up kind of to my taste and all my gear. I got 3 cameras that I've collected over time. One's a gift. But yeah, my audio stuff, my whole goal with this was to have a setup where I come in here, I literally press one button to turn it all on, one button to start the mics, and
Yeah.
after that, recording is so easy.
That's the goal. That's what I tell him. I'm like, dude, if we just had set up at all times, all we got to do is walk in and hit 2-3 buttons, whatever,
Yeah.
and just be rolling.
Yeah, so that's why, you guys coming in here and not having stuff set up,
Hey.
I gotta change my whole setup.
Yeah, I
gotta
mean,
do my whole thing.
I don't know how that came up. How did that happen? I wasn't here. I was late. How did that happen? I thought this. Honestly, I thought this was
No,
our
no,
stuff.
no.
So-
Listen.
So we
listen.
can cut it, but Mark forgot the mics.
Listen. I love,
Straight from work, I fucked up.
the problem is I can't have that excuse because this podcast was known about. So you got to bring the mics to work so you can leave. It's like I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. I love this. I hope you know that, like setting up gear and like
Nah, that's all good.
I'm a nerd for this kind of stuff, and I love making it work. So the fact that I had 2 mics and that I had the
It's just meant to be, man. It's
recording
all
gear
good.
and the cameras and the batteries and everything. Like,
Hey,
it
listen,
works.
I'm not offended.
I'm happy to help you guys
This is
out.
dope. This is
No, yeah, we're good. But
Yeah, we appreciate
yeah,
it.
for sure. Mark's been trustworthy so far. So
Yeah, it's all good.
It's cool,
Hey,
man.
bro,
It's
you
no
got
worry.
back- I'm gonna
It's
give
no
you a hard
worry.
time.
It's no worry.
Don't make that mistake
We're
again.
good. We're good.
Mine was always forgetting my memory card, like leaving the memory card at home when you go out on a photo journey,
Yeah.
or the battery's not charged. And it's
Well, I
like,
appreciate you being
can't do
100,
anything.
dude. Like, I appreciate you even like telling us, like, yo, like, I'm gonna give you a hard time because
Of course,
you can learn from that. So
get
it's
your
like,
shit together.
Yeah, see, I like that, man.
You're paying
Everybody
these
has to be
guys
like
to
that.
show up and not bring their shit. Like, where I gotta get paid.
Hey,
you know?
hey, bro.
I'm working too.
Facts.
We appreciate that, criticism for sure.
Easy.
Because it's a team thing. At the end of the
It is a
day,
team thing.
it's a team thing, and I'd rather you be straight up, and that's with everything
yeah,
in
Mac
life. I
keeps
just
it
want
100.
someone to be straight up with me. If I offended you, tell me I offended you.
No, you're
You
good,
know,
bro.
so-
Oh, you're saying that in general.
In general.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in
I was
general.
like,
Yeah,
no,
for
bro.
sure, for
Not
sure,
at all.
for sure.
In general.
Yeah, 100%. So we're gonna go into our fast break segment here. So halfway
Okay.
through, we do a little fast break segment. It's a question game, or
Yeah.
we did putt-putting in the past. We had some dude chug a whole bottle of Henny on camera.
A whole bottle?
Yeah, it was fucked, dude. It's fucked.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So today we're
Bobo.
doing something different. It's called 3 Things. Okay? And you're a creative thinker. So this is going to be the Maclin way. Okay?
Maclin way. That's tough. I
3
like that.
things the Maclin way. So no timer. We just want to hear it.
Okay.
All right? So 3 things you can eat on pizza.
I can eat on pizza.
And we're doing four separate ones, but this is the first one.
Banana peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is just like my pizza that I want to eat.
And do what you got to do.
Buffalo chicken
Mm-hmm.
and banana peppers on the same one. And
Buffalo chicken dip or just the buffalo chicken?
like buffalo chicken.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go ranch. Just add it.
Wow, he's shitting all night.
Nah,
All night.
Nah.
No, that's a good pizza.
I'm not. If I eat the whole pizza, maybe.
Mm.
Can have a
Banana
couple
peppers,
pieces.
ranch, chicken. That's a good pizza.
That's a good
Yeah.
pizza, though. That's a good pizza. All right, so 3 things, Maclin. 3 things you can find at the ocean.
Beach glass, bird feathers, and unique aquatic life.
Hell yeah.
I don't love aquatic animals. That's for sure. They're cool. They're cool to look at, but I don't like swimming in the ocean and being
Okay.
like.
I like
"Oh,
those answers. Those.
See, the typical would have been like water,
sand.
Sand.
So much sand.
so much
I
sand.
hate sand.
All right,
Back
third
on
one,
my home planet.
Maclin. 3 things you see while on a bike ride.
Flowers. I see you cello on my velo, colored yellow. One of the first raps I ever wrote. Just in my head, I did the Jay-Z thing.
Hell yeah.
I see you cello, which is birds in Italian,
Mm-hmm.
on my velo, which is bike, colored yellow. Yellow birds.
That's tough.
That is tough.
Flowers, birds, and the road ahead.
Okay.
This is different. I like this.
Maclin, 3 things. 3 things you hear at a concert.
The sound of me putting my earplugs in. Girls saying, "Who is this?" And great music.
Good. The music had to be in there.
Of course. Well, what else are you gonna hear at a concert?
Right. Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
for all
going
you-
for, to
That's for
listen to
all you
music.
chicks that go to concerts that don't know who the fuck's performing.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, they got to be there because then they learn that and they're asking. I think that's important.
Yeah, that is important, but they're also there for the video.
Sometimes,
Hey.
not all the time.
Yeah.
I think in the
The good girls.
yeah. Is that it? Is all your 3
Yeah,
things?
that's all.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You think you like that segment? Should we
Yeah, that
continue
was-
with it, or
Yeah,
is
for
that
sure.
just?
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was a small segment. I like our segments, man. It's different. It just takes your mind off of trying
Yeah,
to talk about
we just try to
yourself.
break it up in the middle and
It's
clip
fantastic.
it up every time, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, fucking.
I have a
Go ahead.
question.
I was gonna go
So-
into something else.
Yeah. I was looking through your Instagram and I went all the way down 2014.
Wow, that's research.
And
He's digging deep.
I seen a picture of you and Logan Paul and it said Vine, doing Vines.
Yep.
How was the Vine days? Let's talk about the Vine days, man.
They were so
Because
great.
I think you did like help Logan like a lot with that, right?
Yeah.
So talk about that, because where the hell did where the fuck did Vine go,
Oh
dude?
man, I
I
miss
used
it
to
so
love
much.
Where
Vine,
did Vine
man.
go, man? That was 2014, right? That's when it started. 13.
Yeah,
High
it's
school.
12, 13, 14.
Senior year of high school, I think.
Yeah,
High school.
yeah, because we're all the same age. That's
Yeah.
that's good for the viewers to know.
Yeah.
And listeners. Yeah, Vine days were so fun, so pure. It was all so new and it was different than Instagram because Instagram was still video. Twitter was fun, but like no one had any followers and there's no like way to really reach people.
Twitter's way different than it was back.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Can you like overdub me saying X on that? Like anytime I go to say Twitter and my lips mount, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It is X.
It is X, but no, it's like a.
I still say Twitter. I still say
like a
Twitter.
foreign film that's been dubbed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's funny
Just do
as
that.
fuck.
It says it looks like I'm saying Twitter, but
Shit
That's
still
awesome.
doesn't make sense to me, but fuck it.
no, it's gonna be so good.
It's just
gonna be
him,
so good.
dude. It's just Elon
He's trying
Musk.
to change the game.
Everything is X with him, right?
Yeah.
Everything
Mhm.
is X.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk about the Vine, man. Talk about that.
Oh well, he was talking about bringing back Vine. I hope he does because it was so great.
Who did?
Elon.
Did he?
Yeah. Because I mean, they need a competitor. Twitter or X videos, whatever the fuck it is.
Mhm.
I can't say that. Definitely not that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, Vine was so great. It was such a like perfect crossover to short form content for making YouTube videos for the past like 7 years. It was so easy.
Yeah,
because
it was
like
so short.
yeah, a 3-minute video like takes all day to film, and the editing is even longer. So it's like a lot of work, but it was just such an easy way to do the crazy stuff that we had always done and then share it with people all over the world.
That put on a lot of creators.
A
That was like
ton of them.
That was like
sure.
the first creators. Like, you know, B Dot. You
Mhm.
remember B Dot? B Dot was on there. I remember B Dot was on Vine all the time. And then I remember hearing about Logan being on Vine.
Yeah.
Especially when he was at OU.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think that was like,
did
I
they
can't
pay
remember if that
anybody?
was, did what?
Did they pay? Did
Of
they
course.
pay? Did
Yeah,
they?
that was like when influencer marketing really
that was the
got
start of
going.
all that short media content and paying and stuff like that. That was the start of it.
Yeah, because people were still making money on YouTube with the partner program. That was like relatively new, but to pay someone, and then when it like came out that all these people were getting paid thousands of dollars for these 6-second videos, then it was like, all right, there's something crazy happening here. Nobody really knew. Like Instagram, you could pay a creator, and there are definitely people with tons of followers, but they weren't doing brand deals at the same capacity, especially not as today.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it all started then. It all took off then. That was just such a boost to get everyone on the wave of like, this is the way we view content now.
Yeah, bro. It was and then all those they had like that Vine group. You know how there's like a content creator group now. Like, you know, all the basketball players, if they're content creators, they're all together. And there was the Vine group, and I can't remember some of the names, but they're funny.
The 1600 Vine crew.
It was
King Batch.
yeah,
Amanda
right,
Cerny.
right,
I'm sure you guys
right,
remember this.
Dang, I haven't
It
heard that
feels
name
like
in a minute.
so long ago, and it was, bro.
It is.
10
It's almost
years
10
ago, right?
years.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I remember I made some vines back in the day too. So easy to make.
Yeah, my
These-
vines were
It
terrible.
just didn't do anything with
But
it.
I think there was like a magic there too, where it was that is what made Vine so interesting to people, because it was just moments captured. And it's those crazy ones where someone would prank someone, like the jump scare. You almost made me drop my croissant. Like, why is that video so funny? It's just because it was like a moment that happened. This person knew it was going to be a
Right.
6-second moment that was so funny, and you could share those things that happen in your day-to-day life that didn't fit in anywhere else.
Right.
Because like those are the funny little things. You see a woman walking a dog, and the dog is doing something ridiculous, and you're like, that was hilarious. I wish I could have recorded that. But you don't tell anyone because it was just funny in the passing moment.
Is that what
Right,
like put Logan on? Was Vine?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
And I know Jake did it too, right?
Both of them,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
That's
crushing.
what put him on, huh? And like, dude, I remember seeing him everywhere.
Did you make some crazy vines? Were you and Cam doing some crazy
mean,
wild fuck shit?
No, I didn't want to put the effort in for my own stuff. Like
You just filmed their shit?
mostly, yeah. I mean,
Was it a camera or was it a phone?
a phone, but we
Yeah.
did figure out how to like using my jailbroken iPhone, we could upload videos that were recorded on the camera.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty interesting. So that was a new wave too, figuring out how to like break the system and hack into
Right.
it and post higher quality videos
Right.
that would normally go up. And
Dude, those, if I remember, man, those quality videos are pretty good on Vine. I think Vine was pretty good.
yeah, but like you could only record from your phone. So we
Yeah.
had to figure out a way where we could upload a video that we edited
What
ourselves.
was it, like a 60-second?
6
max?
seconds.
6?
Yeah,
was
6 seconds max.
Shit.
It was 6 seconds max, literally.
Oh, okay.
So you can clip
Thought it was like a
something, but it
minute.
would stay on your phone too. So you would clip, and then you'd let go of your finger, right?
Yeah.
And you'd go somewhere else, take something else, and then it would all mesh up. And you
Oh,
can make
so
some
good.
wild
Did it
shit
get
with
bought
that.
out or something?
Yeah, I don't even know
I think
what
Twitter,
exactly
Twitter
happened.
bought it and then it just got shut down. Because I mean, like some of the stuff that was on Vine was not savory, not good for most
No,
modern
man.
citizens to watch. It's probably for the best that a lot of it's gone. But
Damn, I wish I could see
there's
some
still
of that old shit.
best Vine compilations. Just Google that.
Yeah.
You're gonna find amazing videos that are gonna change your life. Because there's a like whole world of people that didn't watch Vine.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there's.
Anyone
Yeah.
born in the I don't know. I'm sure a lot of young kids did watch, but definitely not in the same capacity that our age group
Not
would
what
have.
it is. If it
Yeah.
came back, it would be fucking. It would take over
Well,
TikTok.
it is just TikTok. I mean, how could anyone usurp TikTok?
TikTok. I feel like it's difficult in a way. Like I still haven't mastered like exactly what to do to cut it up and everything like that. Vine was just like
True.
The
I
ease of
learned
use
that
was
shit way too quick.
unparalleled.
I mean, yeah, it's insane when you go and post a TikTok and the hashtags that come up and it says fucking billions. It's insane. And Instagram is like millions, hundreds of thousands. TikTok, every single one is millions. Some are billions.
Oh, like
Like
people
when you
that
put the
have used
hashtags at the
hashtag?
end of the shit. it says like the hashtag to click on.
Yeah,
It has like billions, millions each
that's
one.
wild.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the same as like Googling the word cat or something.
Yeah.
You
Maybe.
know?
I mean, who's Googling cat like that, though?
Yeah. I'm a cat guy.
Yeah.
MGK's a cat guy, I guess,
Apparently
right?
learned that, yeah.
MGK's a cat guy.
He's a big cat guy.
Big cat guy, right?
Hey, talking about the
Mhm.
Vine and how everything is now, with the social media aspect of life,
Mhm.
since we got to experience like kind of little both of like being young and middle school and not having social media really to rely on every day or look forward to, and then what it
Mhm.
is now. You think this generation is like screwed?
I think it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so bad.
Yeah, it is, bro. I think we can cope with it because we know how it is, and we
Yeah.
know how it is to go
Let me
back
see
to it.
this. Let me see this one. I got a thing I wrote on that because I can share that.
For sure. And I was talking about it with Mac last week too when you flipped your go kart.
Yeah, I almost died.
Fucking-
I almost died last week, guys. Dan, this is the third time you almost killed me, bro. I'm driving the golf cart from
Mhm.
now on.
We were talking about
almost
it.
killed me, bro.
Like me and him, like I don't really scroll like on Instagram and Twitter like that, so I miss a lot of shit. But like I just don't have. There's so much material. I just don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
there's so
different
much
though.
different shit.
Bro, it's different when you're running a business. You have to be on there all the time. You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta make sure that you're on top of your content, and if you don't, you're gonna fall behind.
Yeah,
If you run a business and if you're trying to get your craft out there, or, if you're an athlete, get your videos out there, you gotta do that shit.
right. To
But
interact.
if you're
yeah.
someone that you don't care about social media and none of that shit really matters to you, and if you're young, it's harder. But if you're like our age and older, you know how it is not to be on that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
It kind of
100%,
you can kind
100%.
of relate to it. Like, all right, you know what? I used to be like that. I used to have that, so I can go back and not do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But these younger kids, 20 years old, they don't know how it is to go on someone's door and knock on, like, hey, you free?
Hell no.
Like, I used to do that in first grade.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different.
I used to deliver newspapers.
Well, yeah, no one has to do that.
No one
anymore.
knows what a newspaper is.
You just read it on your phone.
Right.
Yeah, this is my best thought that I've considered recently on them. Digital devices open up a new container of beingness that most of us aren't ready to manage. Our lack of knowledge of this amorphous realm makes it challenging to control our actions, responses, and identities that arise as a result of stumbling forward, childlike and blind. How can I harness this vast potential energy? Is my
That's
question.
crazy.
Sum that up. Sum that up for the viewers,
Sure.
listeners.
We just don't know how these phones and access to essentially infinite knowledge and not even knowledge, just infinite information, I think is an important distinction. Like information has to be absorbed before it can become knowledge, right? So we have so much access to information that we've never had before, and it's all in an instant, and we can know all the information about all the people in our lives at all the time, whenever we want. And that level of access, and it extends past that. People we don't know, people we've never met, people that are past and yet to come. And so it's like, maybe they haven't posted anything on, if they haven't been born yet, they probably haven't posted anything on Instagram. But,
True.
it's too much. So I don't know how we can continue to like give a child, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old a phone and just let them run free. You let a 12-year-old have a car, like they might drive it for a little bit pretty well, but it's going to be a problem because they just don't have proper training.
Right.
So none of us have this. None of us know how to deal with this infinite access to something always in our pocket, and we're still figuring it out.
Especially at a young age.
I mean, we
Like,
got
that
phones
takes a
at
toll.
13, 14.
Yeah.
But we
I had
didn't
my first
have-
flip phone.
Not like
First
this.
flip
though.
phone at 13.
This is so
Phone,
much
though,
more
phone.
advanced than a flip phone.
Yeah,
And
for sure. No, I'm just saying, like, it was like,
When did we all start social media?
like,
Like, when did you guys get Twitters and Instagrams?
bro, these kids are 7, dude. These kids are 7 and have Instagrams and out here, going viral.
Oh,
like
yeah.
at 13,
I mean,
we
they're
just
all-
had a cell phone.
I mean,
so,
the little kids, they all got TikToks. They're all swiping on TikToks.
Or they
and
have
shit.
their parents' iPad and they're watching, YouTube videos.
Right,
but
right.
yeah, it will. These devices continue to like mimic our desires and needs perfectly, right? They respond to everything that we could possibly need, but we also are creating these weird new needs that we are
Right.
determining on the
raises-
fly.
Raises the expectations of like what people think they need,
Mm-hmm.
and it's creating mental
Well, dude,
That's where the
fucking need
anxiety, the
this.
depression, like all
It's such a
these
problem.
fucking things
Yeah.
are coming into play.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it is,
That's
bro.
that's
It's a
why I
headache.
struggle. Get closer to your mic. That's why I struggle when it comes to like what you said about posting all the time, staying on top of stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like it's not for me.
Mm.
That's not something I'm really super excited about. I love making the stuff and creating it, but
Mhm.
the actual posting and sharing stuff, and then being in the marketplace, I suppose, to sell your stuff.
For sure.
You're just constantly inundated with an extrasensory perception of a world we can't even see.
Well,
Mhm.
you
Touch would be a better word.
Yeah.
you've been around like the people like celebrities that like need to always be on that and all that stuff, right? So I think you kind of have a little bit more of a perspective on how much it eats people and how much it consumes people. So what's your advice to the people that are like on their phones? Are like, damn, I kind of want to be, I want to be famous. I want to be, I want to do all this. I want all the attention. Like, what is your advice to them? Like don't like
Yeah.
don't you kind of don't want to be like that and want that, because I know how much it comes with, especially being famous and all that stuff. So talk about that.
I
What's
mean,
the
the
advice?
desire to like have attention is a thing that I'm sorting through at the moment. Of like, why are we sharing if it's just for other people's attention?
Right.
A lot of what I'm trying to make, I hope, is a benefit or an improvement or something that can uplift someone else. So I hope more people see it because of the benefit that I'm sharing.
Mm.
But then if the like desire itself is to become famous or get all the attention, like what's the motivation behind that? Do you just want those things? Because there's a trillion ways to do that,
Right.
good and bad.
Right.
But to someone that wants to achieve and have the most recognition and express and share the most value for the public around, just make your things and keep doing it, and then figure out the way to capture it, and whatever it takes to share it in the highest quality version of what it is. And don't skip on the like little things that you see that you can improve on.
Mm.
Take all the time that you need in order for it to be really, really good, because quality certainly matters over quantity, and time spent on things that ruin your inner peace, whatever it is, whether that's social, digital, even just going to a local bar. Like, you don't have to be a slave to anything, but just figure out how to use the tools that are in front of you the best you can.
Do you agree that like cloud is like the digital drug that we don't
Ooh.
really think about?
Clout as a digital drug.
You know what I mean? It's like
It's a good way to put
it's
it.
like it's a drug that nobody knows about.
That's what my
but
buddy says all the time.
now
He says
everybody's on that
clout
shit.
is a drug.
Yeah.
Like when
That's
someone
a great
does some
T-shirt. Someone should put that on a shirt.
Yeah, because I think it is
It's a digital
too.
drug, bro. Everybody wants it, and I've experienced it of having clout and having it, and it can consume you, and you just want to fucking be that man and be that person and get everybody's attention. But then when you don't have it, it's like, your mental just goes fuck. You're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm fucked. Like I'm never climbing
Yeah,
back. So yeah, like it's a digital drug, bro. It's not talked about.
I agree with that. I would say it's a weird thing to strive for, but I mean, nothing's changed in all of human history. It's how people are. It's a theater of life, and we're all trying. Not all of us, but some people want to play the main role. So
Yeah.
right. It's changed in the sense that clout can come from doing some fried video on the internet. I think that's the drug
Yeah.
of it. Because if someone does some fuck shit on the
Just the
internet and they get
attention.
millions of views,
yeah,
then
I mean, you just
they're
got to ask yourself like what it does for you.
Yeah,
What does that attention do for you? Is it? All I can say from my own perspective is that I'm trying. If I have any sort of attention in whatever I do in my creative career, I believe that it's for the benefit of the people that I'm sharing it with.
right.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
I think that has integrity, that has my values inside of it, and I'd rather have integrity and like live up to my standards and my values than just do some random shit for the sake of
Right.
getting
That's a
likes.
different type of clout. Because I mean, like I would rather have clout by doing something that I love to do and know that I'm doing it well, like you said, and getting an attention for it, just to know that I'm doing well in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, come film me at the grocery store. I'm about to slip and slide and fucking baking soda. And I
Smash
want to
all
go
the
viral.
eggs. Yeah.
You know, I want the clout.
Yeah, but it's fucking
different.
It's fucked, dude.
But it's fucked so many people up.
If you don't have clout nowadays, you're not successful, and that should not be the fucking thing. And that's a lot of people think. Oh, he don't got no clout. He ain't successful.
Right.
So it's fucked, dude. It's
Mhm.
fucked. It's
Yeah.
really fucked. I mean, you see it in the celebrity world. You know what I mean? You see it in the regular world. I mean, it's just I could talk about that for days, dude.
That's the world
It's
we're in
fucked.
nowadays.
Yeah. But if you
Yeah.
don't do it, you're gonna be behind, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I
Yeah.
think I'm actively seeking a way to remove myself from social media posting and sharing, concentrate it all on one source, which I believe is my website.
But how do you get people to be on your website
The
without
same way
the
you
socials?
get anyone to go to your website any other way?
Is that, is that word of mouth or?
I mean, there's word of mouth, but like I'm saying specifically for myself, like I just don't. I feel like I need to avoid them. Like I am at a point now where I feel like I need to stay away from them, actively avoid these things.
Is this are you saying that is because of like past experiences you've had with what you've been through your last like 10 years with what you do with all your friends and all that? Is it past experiences or is it just you've grown into
No, I
that?
think I'm trying to create a new experience for myself in the sense of can I succeed in this world without the need of social media to prove that it's possible because it is such a benefit to me. Yes, I'm very aware of that. That's how I've made my living up till this day.
Right.
I'm trying to make a change.
Are you proving that to yourself? Just to yourself?
Yeah, of course.
Right,
I mean, if I can do it without the need for this thing, like I love connecting with my community and being a local person. That's valuable to me to walk around and be a kind human that is recognizable for the work that I do. Like I would love someone down the street to buy my painting as opposed to someone in anywhere in the world. And I'm so glad that people around the world are interested in my things, but there are insane challenges that come with that.
Yeah.
And they're
But
amazing. I've learned a
you
lot.
got all those people that want are interested in you because of the technology we got nowadays, right?
Sure.
So at least I guess we can give a little bit of thank you, right?
Absolutely
Right?
so grateful for every single person that's ever liked my stuff all around the world because I wouldn't be where I am without their interest.
Right.
And so many instrumental people are from overseas in my life and like allowing me to continue on this career and motivate me and keep me going.
Isn't it weird that it's people that you don't know are your biggest followers and your biggest supporters?
Is that true?
I think it'll always be that way.
Yeah.
I mean, any person ever in the world, they just might not have like there could be someone in South Sudan that has a soccer player that changed their lives, and they were just like they would never know. So being able to interact with someone from Amsterdam or from South Korea, like
you've been able to do that?
Yeah.
Wow,
just
that's
like
nuts.
send art over to South Korea. I mean, the shipping costs as much as the painting itself. So it's like this remarkable
How much is it
thing.
shipping like that to South Korea?
This one in particular was like $340 to ship a painting.
Jeez.
Yeah, which is typical. I mean,
I'd put that on a boat.
it was
at
a
that
smaller
point
painting. No, I mean, I should just fly there for the
for the same
hell of
price.
it. Yeah, I mean,
right.
So how do you keep as you said people from different countries and so how do you get those people to continue to see your stuff?
I would say probably newsletter makes sense. Mailing list. I'm super keen on like getting people's actual addresses because I write on a typewriter often and like send things randomly to people who have bought things in the past. Just like little thank yous along the way as I can.
Because I need advice. I need advice on how do I gain more from not being on social media, right? Because if I take social media out of my business, right?
Yeah.
It'll be harder for me to share what days I have available, what open gyms I have, what celebrity games I have coming up. It's so hard, right?
That's
So
but that's like the town billboard, and it's more accessible and it's the same thing as the newspaper. Like people just read the news on their phone. So I'm not saying like you're in a position where you might have to continue doing that because of the organization you've created.
For sure.
But you can also hire someone to do those things. It is a job and it's taxing. And then you get on there and you're posting something, but then all of a sudden you're like scrolling and
it's mentally
seeing all this
draining,
stuff.
dude. It's fucking mentally draining, dude. It is.
Yeah.
It's
See
it's
if there's
tough.
a way. Try to do different things. Try something new just to see if it works for a little bit. I don't know.
Definitely mentally.
There's
drained.
always a way, right? That's what we always say.
Did you play any sports?
Yeah, baseball, football.
Westlake High School,
Westlake High School.
the trenches.
Not the trenches. Not the trenches. No.
Okay.
State championship team though. That
Wow.
was great
What year?
experience. 2012.
Uh,
That was
Football?
pretty baseball.
Baseball. Okay.
Amazing time.
what position? Baseball.
Outfield. Anywhere.
You want the play of the day tonight? Texas Rangers money line.
Oh, I got $20 right here.
Go ahead.
I love gambling other people's money.
Yeah.
Ah,
I like
damn
that.
it. See, this is where I get in trouble.
It's called
I like
venture
that.
capital.
You don't watch any sports growing up? Like,
I was always making stuff. I watched, of course, I watched a ton of sports. Huge Tribe fan growing up.
How about
All
the
right.
Browns?
You know, bro, of course. I mean,
all right.
How we
like, of
doing
course
this
I watched
year?
them. I'm not saying I.
How we doing this year? Browns.
6 wins.
Damn it.
6 wins.
I just don't.
Our
have
over
a-
under is 9.5
I just don't see it.
on the sports books. So you think we falter and
No,
if
I
we get
got-
6 wins, Stefanski's out of here.
I got a whole plan to change the name of the Browns. I think I can finally start talking about that.
Let's hear it.
I can't. I'm not gonna. I'll tell you after. I'll show you the whole thing. I made a whole website. Got a whole storyline. It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I went hard. It's
Really?
really good.
And
It's so good, and it's so obvious. As soon as you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe we haven't done that yet."
What?
Yeah, I'm trying.
What's the
I
plan
would.
with that? You trying to deliver it to
Send it to Jimmy Haslam?
Jimmy.
I don't know. I mean, I think I need to have like some instrumental people that are looking for a major change in the city. I just don't know why we continue to propel the Browns name. We don't have a connection to the Brown family. Like,
What is that? What do you mean the Brown family? Who is
Paul
that?
Brown.
So Paul Brown created the Browns because of his last name, and then created the Bengals and like their stadium's
no
named
way.
Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati.
No way.
Yeah, but
Was he
this is
just
like
a rich ass dude?
yeah. I mean, he was a coach,
Oh, okay.
but the Browns, like, we took the name back over because we the original owner, Art Modell, moved to Baltimore.
Mm.
So the original Browns franchise is the Ravens right now at this moment, and we just like spawned right in '98,
Yeah.
spawned back. Like,
Came
here the
back
Browns are
as
back.
the Browns.
Get rid of that
Browns are
fucking
back.
name, dude.
So
Get rid
yeah,
of
but
that
I
shit.
got some ideas, and I think it'd be fantastic. I know there's some people that would be interested in doing it, and it's a cool identity. I think it could help raise the self. It could make people feel better about living in Cleveland, or
Okay.
give people a reason to get excited about themselves
And football.
and
Mhm.
football.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you big on mental health?
of course.
And yeah, sure. Just the way you are and how you've been talking. What's your take about that? Do you think mental health has to revolve around therapy or like a type of therapy, or what you think about it?
Stay off
I
I
social
kind of bring it
media.
up
Yeah,
every
sure.
episode. I just like to hear different people's perspectives about mental health, because it's talked about everywhere now, right? And
Mhm.
the more you talk about it, the more we think about it, and it's a spiral now.
Yeah, I think we've become more conscious as a species over the past couple of years, and with that comes like a lot of new awareness of our own selves and realizing that we're like human beings
Yeah.
with things. So a lot of people seek distractions, and a lot of people are interested in overcoming that. So whatever therapy you can find, if that's like talk therapy, art therapy, going on a walk in the woods, like there's a thing for everyone that they
Yeah.
just enjoy, but sometimes they find ways to distract themselves from doing it. But it's so important. I mean,
Especially nowadays, like we said.
well, there's so much going on. There's so much attacking us from all sides: news,
Mhm.
social media, instant access from text messages,
Yeah.
memories, photos, old things, old triggers, old whatever it might be. And it could be the tiniest little thing, and it could all come from the same place, or it could come from all angles.
Right.
But there's always a solace. There's always a place you can go
Yeah.
to find your peace.
Yeah, we say social media is bad, but it could tap into a lot of emotions to really find ourselves, right?
Sure,
So,
it could teach
it's
you.
good and
Could
bad.
teach you a valuable lesson on how to go out and meditate. So I'm not trying to like deny it in general. I think there's so many great elements to it, and the access to information is of course incredible. We need that. I use it
Right.
every day. I'm not
For sure.
I'm not hating on it entirely, but
For sure.
um,
Just getting your perspective. that's
for
all.
sure, mental health. Having good mental health is as easy as removing the weeds from your garden.
Yeah.
and identifying those and then moving on from
What's
there.
one thing that's that you do when you're in like you could tell you're in a mental struggle? What's one thing that you kind of do
As an artist too, so the artist can listen to this. And be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
What's
shit."
one
Sure.
thing?
I love taking a pen and a piece of paper, specifically pen. Feels very concrete. And this could be like printer paper and whatever it takes. I'm just going to start at the top of the page and write everything that is on my mind. And if I fill up that page, I hope I fill up the page and then the entire back page as well. And typically at that point, I'm able to get some perspective or some sort of way of looking at the things that were going on, putting them into the physical world so that I can observe them from a different place and be my own source of best judgment.
So you're a believer in writing down your thoughts? Because I've done that. I've done that in the past.
No, I don't think anyone should ever write down their thoughts. That's sarcasm. Yeah, bro. Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
I recently have done that. It does help.
Twitter is like a online diary.
No,
Or
It's
X.
still public though. You're not gonna write down your darkest demons and put them on Twitter.
Bro, I seen some fucked up shit on X.
I'd say the majority of people aren't gonna do that.
who you following?
Dude, I would say
All those porn
I would say in
stars,
my
they're
high
not
school,
real, bro.
I would say my it was more in my high school days where I would see people talk about their relationships, and I'm like, bro, why would you even put your relationship problems on public where people can see? Now people know.
No. See, that's mental issues.
That's what I'm talking about. Just
No,
like
that's just
the
not
personal issues.
knowing how to use it or what is
Yeah,
like
right.
what should be
Right.
shared or what should be kept.
I've experienced
personal.
that.
The boundaries getting more and more confusing every day as people are starting to share their internal monologues online. But I feel like there's a couple questions I have for you guys.
Okay.
What are you looking to do in this podcasting game?
Started off with a hobby, bro.
I'm trying to take over the fucking world.
Oh shit!
Wow. We're trying to
go
get some sponsors. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say. We're trying to get some more sponsors so we can feed the team, man. It's all about the people around you and believing in your vision.
Yeah.
And if I could be the person, or we all can be the people that come around and we can give people money and jobs with a hobby, something like this, that's great, right? And getting to meet people like you, this is out my comfort zone, bro. I've never, ever in my life been on camera, like listen to myself
He hit
talk.
me up and he was
Never.
like, hey, like, you got all these connections. I just stopped my other venture. He's like, let's start a podcast. And this was like probably a month and a half, 2 month process of just starting it.
Yeah.
Because we would talk like almost every day, just like,
Because he
hey,
interviewed
like,
me.
how can we do this? How can we do that? This and that, whatever. And like, we just like, we're like, let's just do it. We just got to do it. Just start
Clark
it.
interviewed me
and-
when he worked at Barstool, and it was like I had a Christmas event, and I did terrible. I was stuttering, and I was nervous, and I'm like, dude, this shit is not for me. And then I looked at it, and then I was looking at Clock's situation. I'm like, dude, I love how you even interviewed me, and I think we can work together pretty well. And he's funny as fuck. I always laugh around this dude. He's so funny, and it got me out my comfort zone. And to be honest with you, I'm so happy I got out of my comfort zone. It's really hard to do different things and get out your comfort zone. And I was scared, I was nervous, my voice was cracking, but now it's like I can interview, I think, anybody and be comfortable. I probably need just a little bit of Lobos or Henny, to
You
get
gotta set the mood
but-
anywhere.
Yes, but
Hey, we didn't have that the last two. We were in schools. We were in OSU and St. V's.
Yeah, dude, the OSU practice facility one was very cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice spot.
That was fun.
definitely
Yeah,
appreciate
Braxton
that. Man.
was
Shout
mad
out to
cool,
Mark
Mike.
for editing that, man, and
Yeah,
being a big
yeah.
part of that. It was a
Yeah.
beast of an editor for sure.
Yeah, we had 3 cameras for that one. Plus, we were outside, so we had to mess with the audio a little bit. Yeah, that was a dope one.
Yeah. Random guests that popped up that could be a potential. Shout out to Evan and Daniel, Dwayne Bowe. Hopefully one day we go to Miami and to visit Dwayne Bowe.
My buddy actually, I went to high school with, rapped with him and lived
he's a
with him
rapper
for
now,
multiple
man.
years,
Yeah,
bro.
he's a rapper
Yes.
now. Maybe Mac and Bo can get a rap
That'd be
session in.
amazing.
Yeah.
What are you drawing
Let's
over
do
there?
it. Just trying to draw something. I don't know.
But yeah,
See
man,
where it goes.
the podcast is starting off with a hobby, something where if we can create a hobby into a business and, provide jobs and, we get to meet cool people, that's,
Yeah.
something I'm used to is because I started my business off as a hobby. And as I progressed and grew, I made it into a business. So
Yeah,
kinda
I
got a
just
little
I
bit
just
of
like talking to
experience.
people, getting to know their story, having conversation, making people laugh. It's always been my thing. So I'm just here for the ride, see where it takes us.
What's your experiences with podcasts? You've been on a lot of podcasts, right?
Yeah. I love it. I mean, it's such a good way of like going deep in a place where it's going to force your communication to a level where you have to succeed in communication.
Yeah.
I've been on a ton of podcasts, and one that was viewed massively all over the world, Impaulsive podcast, taught me so much. And
Bro, I was watching you.
Same thing.
I was watching you, bro. I was watching you before I had my podcast. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. The clock told me I'm about to interview him. I'm like, dude, that's tough.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, bro, is I fucked with you on the podcast. Obviously didn't know
Hell
who you
yeah.
were, and I fucked with it. And you're exactly how you are now on the podcast, and that's why I fucked with it. You know what I mean? It's just, you're giving me the same vibes. And
Genuine 100.
I was reading some comments too. They're like, "Where's Maclin?" The fans are asking, "Where's fucking Maclin on Impaulsive?" And thank you. You got to get back on there, my boy.
I'll be back on eventually.
I watch it all the time. It's definitely it's a great listen. It's cool.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Those guys are fucking nuts. I can't believe they continue to meet up all over the world and just podcast different cities, different places. Like imagine taking all this equipment. And shout out to Caleb. You guys don't know Caleb, but he's
That's what he does?
He's a legend, man. He just has he's got it down.
Do they hang out?
World.
Do they hang out all the
course, bro,
time,
of
or
course.
are they just meeting each other up for the podcast?
That's the gang.
Yeah,
that's the gang. Yeah.
Tough.
Wow, that's awesome though. That's the goal, man, to be able to do shit like that. Just like to break up your day, just like do a podcast. So I'm at work today. I'm just like, all right, I'm about to do a podcast. Like I'm excited to go and sit down and have a conversation with you and to kick it with you. That's how I look at it.
What's your advice for us with the podcast? Besides the fact that we didn't bring mics, where you had to come and help us out, and we were late, and we started a little. What's your advice on us, man?
Are we a bunch of bitches?
Nah, man. I think
I come correct. I mean, that'd be the answer, but
No, yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, shit fucking fucks up, man. And I feel like every podcast we came correct. Every podcast that we've done with guys, Braxton Miller, Romeo Travis, Friga, they said we were super professional.
Yeah.
And, fuck ups happen. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take your advice. We're not going to fuck up, and we're going to be even better. You know what I mean? That's all that matters.
We all got these weird lessons along the way. I mean, I'm just glad I could like have everything and fill in the blanks. That's kind of, I feel like my specialty, but just keep going, post on everything as much as I'm talking against it, but like post on everything. But just go deep, ask questions that people don't ask, have interesting elements to it. I love your segments, so
I think
bring those up all the time.
Instagram is fucked though, bro. The algorithm on Instagram is fucked.
You just gotta define it. You gotta make it your own. Yeah,
because if you're a basketball league, you put podcast stuff on your page, it's not gonna do much. To me, like at least my page, I'll post podcast stuff. It won't do all right. But then when I post basketball stuff, it'll go crazy. You know what I mean? So the algorithm is just
the goal is to get that Instagram popping. Obviously, it's brand new, so like we got like 70 people following it. Yeah,
I mean, it's not about that, and we know from the start in our group chat and everybody that's in it. We know that the views don't matter. None of that matters. Is us just learning from the guest and learning from people and getting to interview, different guys and even like women. It's at the end of the day. So
I'm here for the long haul.
Yeah,
man.
long haul, man, and. As we keep creating, I hope this is not our last podcast with you. Hopefully we could bring you back on when you're selling more paintings and you're doing more and get you back out here and rap a little bit. Next time we are rapping.
Is this gonna be like a funk flex freestyle? Some crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah,
I could do that one day. I could do my like Shia LaBeouf version of that.
Oh, that'd be
for real.
You guys have seen that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, hit that beat.
Oh, that was Sway.
That was Sway.
Sway, yeah.
That was Sway. But
dude, the other one too. Though.
Unbelievable.
Can we get 4 bars?
No.
No? Okay. All right, next
They
time.
pay me for that.
Okay. All right. Touche.
I'll slide you another couple stickers.
God. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
What was my bet? I know you said Texas something.
Texas, they already started. Damn it, then they're up 5-2. So you would have won.
I'll save them for a rainy day. We just got some floods in Cleveland, but they passed. So
Yeah, man.
What's your opinions about Cleveland?
love it, man. Great city, right by the lake. So many amazing people.
I feel like there's so
Lot
many
of
legends.
opportunity.
So many legends from Cleveland.
Every city has them.
Yeah, they do.
I love this. I love the city. I love our legends. I love the people that have.
Yeah.
What's up
rose
with
to
the rain
occasion.
though? Like the past couple days, it's been
We
raining.
live by
really
a
bad.
giant body of water.
Right.
I mean,
But,
it's
like,
gonna
it
get
hasn't-
sucked up into the clouds.
Hasn't done that like that in the grip though.
It's summer. It's like summer rainstorms. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
It was bad last night. The
It was
whole
pretty
highway
scary.
was pretty bad.
Yeah, a lot of lightning. Definitely felt
Yeah,
like
the
that was
lightning was
The
kept
excessive.
lightning
on,
was
yeah.
weird.
I was gonna have a problem with that for a sec, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys coming all the way out here. That was meaningful to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, this is
So-
just
it's just a setup.
right
I
down
wanted
the
to be in
road
the
for me.
studio.
right down the road, bro.
Yeah.
So we can do
Yeah,
this
he was
whenever.
close. I was not close, but
Sure.
Yeah, I'm only like 25, but yeah, man, appreciate you being on the podcast, man.
Sure.
Episode
episode 6, right?
shis.
Right?
Episode shis. Yep.
Yeah.
my language, it's
episode
shis.
6. Follow Maclin on Instagram and Twitter
At Maclin.
at
Matt
Maclin.
Macklin.
Very
Big
simple and
things for
easy
my boy, man. Big things coming.
for sure.
Yep.
Follow Nick,
Yeah.
P-League,
P-League. Shout out to
Clock,
the gang.
10 o'clock.
Shout out to the crew.
Shout out to
in the back.
Evan. Shout out to Ty, his first podcast with us.
Yeah,
Probably
shout
going to pull up for Booby. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Booby Gibson,
Booby.
maybe.
Definitely.
For your next
We're definitely
guest.
going to get Booby
Shout
for
out
sure.
to Mark, OBP Productions.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to Romeo.
Shout out to
Again.
Romeo. Shout out to Arslan. He's at home streaming us right now.
Shout out to Prime for hydrating us tonight. I'm sweating like fucking like a bull, but I know I got electrolytes in me, so it's all
It
good.
did get hot in here.
Hey, happy Kobe Day. We got to see the shirt.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
Kobe Day.
Happy Kobe Day, man. R.I.P. Legend.
Hey, to the Lobos.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
you, man. Thank you.
We out.
Thanks, man.